This is Child Protective Services. I called back because she hung up when I was trying to report the child abuse and get some things resolved. And they're not answering the phone. This is the Ledbetter location. Since the Simmons location is denying me assistance in covering for the child abuse.
May I direct your call?
I'm sorry, what did I call?
This is the Child Protective Services, ma'am.
Okay, and what was your name?
Yasmina?
Okay, I just wanted to know the procedure with reporting child abuse. How can I get the update of a report number?
Okay, so you're trying to make a report?
How do I get the update of a report number?
So you made a report.
Right.
Okay, if you give me a second, let me just set up my computer and I can help you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Give me 1 second, okay?
Okay.
Can you give me the first name of the person?
The child or the parent?
I'm sorry?
The child or the parent?
Either one is okay.
Okay, my name is Kiana. Keyana.
Last name?
Clark, Clark.
Okay, so you made the report.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Did you get that information to look up the information in the system?
Yes, I have it with me now.
Okay. Can I have an update like I requested?
Okay. Give me 1 second then.
Okay.
Number to your worker?
Okay, so you put me on hold twice. I asked you how I get the information. Then you put it in to look it up. I asked you up front, how do I get an update? Because CPS has prevented me from knowing which I think is sadistic. I think that multiple parties are contributing to emotional torture. Knowing a parent would be distressed, wanting to know what's going on with their child and the reports, and intentionally not giving a parent an update and status, and covering for multiple parties, conspirators, and hindering a child custody agreement. So I don't know what charges people are racking up for denying me the education on multiple missing reports and refusing to give me updates. I don't think it's just because they don't have the update out of corruption. I think it's intentional emotional torture.
Okay, I'm not denying, but the only person that can give you updates would be your caseworker.
Okay, the caseworker isn't calling me back. Why did you have me wait and take that information if you weren't willing to give me an update? Okay, why is the caseworker the only one now? Because a long time ago, they said that I can get an update in person and then call the scheme and call the police, so I couldn't get the update. At this very location, and Simmons covered for it too. And the police showed up and covered for it. The family court won't take the report. The DA Family Violence and Domestic Division won't take it. The Family Violence and Child Abuse Division won't take it. Police won't take it.
Yeah, the only person that could give you information would be your caseworker.
Okay, so why are you guys denying me the changing the process? Because in the past, it wasn't just the caseworker. And can we figure out why the caseworker is not calling me back, or the supervisor, and cover for it? And why 30-something...
I have no idea why they're not calling you back.
And why 30-something reports came up missing. There's a lot of conspirators and corruption into hindering a child custody agreement. I wasn't even allowed an attorney to help advocate for me. And CPS hasn't given me any programs, any education, or anything to help in this situation, period. They don't even want to tell me what's going on with the reports that I made and threaten the police. So you had me hold twice. You had me hold twice for information. And now you're unwilling to give it?
You would need to call your caseworker, call the supervisor. There's nothing else I can do, ma'am.
You haven't, what have you done? What do you mean there's nothing else you can do? I
I mean,
told
you're
you that
asking for
30 something reports
information
came
I
up
cannot
missing.
see here on
I'm
the
trying to
system.
report, ma'am, to let you know that I have a problem. If you have a caseworker that is covering for child abuse, that is a crime. How do I report it if the caseworker is covering for the child abuse and multiple other parties? How do I
You need
report
to
the
call the
caseworker?
caseworker.
I can't report it
Call
to the
her
caseworker.
supervisor.
I've told you it's networked so elaborately that the supervisor has already been prearranged and the caseworker to not give me assistance. So they're not helping and haven't called me back. Aren't they required to give me an update?
Yes, they are, ma'am.
They haven't.
Well, I mean, it goes from it goes from the caseworker to the supervisor. So
I'm not understanding why Child Protective Services won't do anything to protect my child. If you
I'm
have
not
a
sure. This is
Okay,
not my
so
office. I'm just helping
what
out.
makes
So
sense? What makes sense is that when multiple parties weren't contributing to the situation, there's people above other people to get things resolved. But since my rights have been stolen from me, it's networked and I'm forced to talk to problems. That would not be very logical for me to speak with those people if they were covering for the child abuse and won't return my calls. You put me on
I
hold
understand.
twice to get an update that I did not get.
Yeah.
So if the supervisor and the caseworker is refusing to give me an update, why are you taking the right to away from me to get it in person like everybody else can get?
I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not sure what office you have gone. I'm not sure what's
I'm
going on
asking
with
you
your
now what
case.
happened. You're not telling me about the right to be able to go to the office and
Because I
give a
have not
report.
seen you. I am not sure. I'm not sure what's happening with your case.
Okay, so I just want to know why I don't have the rights that all other parents have. Why that has been stolen from me. Other parents can give you case numbers and get the status. Why are you refusing to? Why is CPS refusing to give me any updates to like 20 something, almost 30 reports?
And again, we go to the same thing. I'm not sure. I don't have your case. So, I mean, I'm trying to look up your case.
Well, I'm on the line with you now. You won't give me an update. They schemed in person and called the police so they wouldn't have to give me an update. I went to the Stemmons location with a caseworker, and she just threatened the police immediately and wouldn't give me an update. I walked in, and she said, "Get out," and she wouldn't give me nothing. She wouldn't even talk to me. All I did was ask the lady her name, and she would not speak to me. I asked for her
Well,
supervisor because
I'm
it was
not sure why
obviously
she
odd
wouldn't
to ask someone
give
their
you the
name and they deny
information.
you any education on multiple reports you've made, and any education on how to protect my child, since there's multiple conspirators hindering her the child custody rights.
I am not
So,
sure why they wouldn't give you
well, why
information.
aren't you
So,
giving me the information?
because that's the caseworker's job to give you information. And if she's not, you would need to contact the supervisor. And by what you're saying is that you already contacted her and she's not returning your phone calls. So I'm
Right.
not
And
sure
then
why they're not
before, when they keep up
returning.
coming up with more elaborate lies, because before I had a right to get it in person, but they just wouldn't give it to me. Now it has changed to only the caseworker that's not calling me back can give it to me and the supervisor. But before, you used to could be able to go into the office and get it, and call on the phone and get
Yes.
it, and people weren't covering for crimes and denying you education on and advocacy and programs to assist with the situation. But now that's happening, and they're denying me the right to know what's going on with the case. At the police department, just about everywhere I'm going, they don't want me to have the answers or updates. So I thought, why are you refusing me the right to know what's going on with the case?
I'm not refusing the right, ma'am. I'm just telling you I don't have their case. So
What
I'm
do you
not
mean you don't
sure
have it?
why.
What do you mean you don't have it? I just gave you the
I'm not the
information.
caseworker. I'm not your caseworker. So I wouldn't have your information. I wouldn't know the status of your case.
But you
That
put
would
me on
be
hold twice looking for it. Then when you put me on
because
hold to
I
look for
wasn't
it and
sure.
got it pulled up.
Okay, can I tell you? Can I tell you? I wasn't
Yes.
sure what you were looking for. I was just walking into the office. This is not my office. I'm helping out in the front desk. I normally don't do this. So When you called, I was barely getting here. I got my computer out, and then that's when I asked, what did you need? So I'm not sure. I put you in hold because I was not ready. So I'm not sure why they.
Well, if you couldn't pull up any information, why would you take the number twice?
It was just once.
Okay. Well, if you couldn't pull up any information, why would you put me on hold twice? Why did you need to get your computer if you couldn't pull up the information?
Because I wasn't sure what you needed. I had not asked any questions yet.
Okay, so you got the report information. Put me on hold twice.
And then, okay.
Then you didn't give me anything at all.
You need to call your caseworker, and you're saying your caseworker's not giving you any information. I said, okay, call the supervisor. You said the supervisor's not calling you back. I mean, there's nothing else I can do but tell you call your caseworker or the supervisor, and neither of those are working for you.
Right. So this is how I've been trapped for years because there's too many parties. There are too many people.
The only two people you have to be contacting are your caseworker and the supervisor.
That doesn't sound authentic to me, ma'am. Because this is Child Protective Services, should be a lot of people that I can talk to and get assistance, and not network to keep talking to problems everywhere I go.
I'm not sure why they're not giving you information then.
Well, I think Child Protective Services is the right place. It's supposed to be the right place to figure it out. I have been reporting corruption and chaos for years. That the multiple parties have been mistreated me trying to cover for. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, bye-bye. Number and dial again.
This is the caseworker's number.
El número que marcó no está en servicio.
Dialed is not a working number. Please check the number and dial again.
El número que marcó no está en servicio.
Good morning, Ms. Clark. How are you?
Fine, and you?
I'm doing well. Have you spoken to our team out there, Taryn Brown or Dr. Timothy McNeil?
No.
You haven't spoken to anyone. All right, do me a favor. Sorry about that. We're trying to get to you. My name is Derek Perkins with the National Action Network.
Okay. Well, you do provide education. So, who is your team that you'll be connecting me with?
Taryn Brown.
I mean, who are they?
McNeil.
What are they?
They work with the crisis department.
Okay.
All right. They're our infrastructure on the ground in Texas.
Okay. So, as far as the police corruption and you help assist with civil rights, I really didn't get an idea of what you do and how you can assist.
What we do?
Yeah, and how you will assist.
Okay, so after we get a better idea of the situation, after we assess it, then we come back and then we can tell you your options on what we could provide. Okay?
Oh, when was the first contact I made with you?
After you have a conversation with my team on the ground, Taryn Brown.
Oh, I was just wondering when the first contact it was that I made with.
Or after you have that conversation, I will speak to my team and then I will get back to you soon after.
Okay, I'm just trying to check and see when the first contact it was that I made with you. Was that like a month or two ago?
I'm not at my computer right now to give you that information. I'll have that for you when I call you back.
Okay, so because I talked to multiple parties about getting advocacy and getting help, and no one has really given me.
Dr. Timothy McNeil, did you speak to Taryn Brown? Okay, so that's who we're going to speak to, and then we'll go from there after that conversation. Okay.
Okay, so do you have their contact information, or are they just going to call me?
They're going to call you. They're going to call you or contact you by email. Just do me a favor. Text me your email to my phone. This is my cell phone. Text me your email, and I have them contact you sometime today.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.